Hey fellas, good morning. Well, it's actually afternoon for me. Anyhow, morning coffee. I'll try to keep it under 5 minutes because with my dementia. Look at this. I got the window off. Let's see if I can do it like that. I don't even know. Oh no. Does that look? I can't even see. It's all blurs. I don't have my coffee. All right. Let's get to the point, because you know me, I go over here, over there, before I know it, I know what I'm talking about. The McGregor fight. A lot of people were cheering. I saw it, a lot of people. Let me tell you something. I wouldn't cheer. That is a bad break, man. I've seen that break before, too. Everyone's saying it's because of his leg kick. Yeah, it can happen that way. But I've seen that break, the exact same break, after a punch, coming back off it and trying to shift, in boxing match. So, it could be from the leg kick. I've seen that. But I've seen it in a boxing match. There's no leg kicks. And that's when I saw it happen. When I saw McGregor do it, in the back of my head, I always remember that match. It was a black dude. Thin, maybe a welterweight. It was the same thing. You don't even know it's coming. There's nothing you're doing, I mean, you've twisted your ankle, right? Right? Did you kick somebody? No. So this is like that, But anyhow, but worse, you know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't wish this on anybody, Man, this is weird, talking blind here. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. It's a sad way to go out. It's not an easy repair, because he came back down on it. If you do it normally, you go, you fall back, You know what I mean? Like when I cracked that outer bone in my lower leg, I wasn't walking. I hit right to the ground. Look, I know judo, so I know how to land. But, and then I crawled in the house later with that foot off the ground. A couple shots of booze, try to evaluate my condition. Realized the inner bone was solid. It was basically just a fracture. But the pain came from the sprained ankle, so. But I dealt with it. That was a couple of years ago. I was coming down off a ladder. Yeah, I was in delusional pain for at least 2 weeks. I just stayed here. Aspirin and booze. That's it. No Tylenol, I'll kill you. Anyhow, back to what I was saying. Yeah, this McGregor thing, it's a shame. And I've seen it happen before in a boxing match, so you can't just say it only happens because someone kicks somebody. That's a possibility, but it's not a definite. That's all I can tell you. Now, it also brought back a memory of when I was boxing in the Freeport boxing gym down in Freeport, Long Island, as a teenager. And I was just sitting there, and there was another coach, a guy with his stable of fighters, and he was telling one of his stable of fighters, says, you got to get off the soda, that's why your ribs are still cracking. He says, I drink diet soda. He says, it has nothing to do with the sugar. He says, it has to do with the phosphates or something. And it does something, it replaces the calcium, it stops the calcium. What it does, it makes your bones brittle. And you see these guys dropping weight. Now, what happens when you drop weight? You're depleting things, right? And maybe some of the things you depleted food-wise is giving you the calcium for your bones. So you did 3, 4, 5 months of training as you're depleting the calcium from your bones because you're stopping eating certain products, because you think they're fattening. You just made your bones brittle too. I'm just saying, that's the thing that came into my mind. These are things I remember. As for the fight itself, I've seen too many fights where the guys go down, they come back and beat the shit out of the other guy. So, and McGregor was doing those ones to the top. This is where you do damage, fellas. This you can beat on all day. He hit someone here in the back of the head, you can kill him. On top of the head, you hit someone like, he was hitting him with pretty good elbows to the top of the head. I guarantee you, the McGregor dropping those elbows on the other guy's head, his head is hurting bad. Should have you went for the guillotine without locking up the legs? I don't know. Would have I done it? Would have I went for it? No, I would have went for a crank, but that's me. But I would have done something to turn his head sideways, and if he popped out, I'd been right there ready to punch him in the face. But guillotine would have been alright, but he's had to lock a leg. It can work standing up. It's just one of those things. Sometimes you sink it, sometimes you don't. You know? And if you're fighting a grappler, and he breaks out of that guillotine, he's in a pretty good position to dominate, alright? So, and in a street fight, I got a good grip, fellas, if you know what I mean. Little secret. Okay, so that's it, fellas. I want to talk all day. I can't see what it's clocking on. McGregor fight, it ain't no way to win. It ain't no way to lose. If I had all the money McGregor did, I wouldn't be anywhere near a ring. Because things can happen. You got too much money, you can live a good life. That don't mean you have to be a jackass. Me, I go buy land out in the middle of nowhere, you know. I don't even want to see, hear another human unless it's my people. I'd have all special vehicles. I mean, I haven't made, that's what I would do. But that's me. Anyhow, live long, lift hard and heavy. And I got some vids to come up, but they're too long. I'm back at my house now. As for loading and unloading the mower, the tractor, let me tell you something. I feel like I did a deadlift today. And what do we do? 2-3 times? You know, in and out. Normally I got it on a different angle, so it's not so pitched. But I didn't want to move the dog because he got me pissed off with his little sneak around with his honey over there. I wouldn't give a shit except that road on a Sunday morning is pretty screwed up. And as for dimension, hey, it is what it is. Anyhow, thanks for all your comments, even if they're rude. As long as they're not vulgar, hey, not slammy, you know. I just don't want to allow vulgarism or some, you know, stuff. Put it this way. If we're both in a bar having a beer, just talk to me that way. And if you were going to talk to me in another way, understand what would have happened. You know what I mean? So just be that way. You can be as rude as you want, but just don't be vulgar, you know. Or you can insult me, because, yeah, I'm an old lunatic, but I already know that. I've always been thinking maybe I do have dementia or something, because I go to the store, I come back home and go, you went for that, you come back with this, you know, that kind of shit. I got a countdown that I do to go through the house, you know. So I don't leave nothing on or anything. Hey, you do it what you got, you know. As long as you keep swinging, you know. When the world swings at you, you swing back, so you still up there. You know, like I said, when you're strong, you're hard to kill. Or he said it. I agree with him. All right. Have a nice day. McGregor, my advice, heal up. Find a nice woman, I suppose you do. And get far away from all the bullshit and the suits and the strutting and all the fucking Saturday Night Live lame-ass shit. And find peace, tranquility. You know, this thing goes by awful fast, man. I'm still a kid. You saw me on that tractor. I want to do it again. The missus goes, no, you'll bust it. Anyhow, okay, I gotta go. But Greg, I'm sorry, all right? Oh, man. Let me have a coffee. See, I'm rushing because I want a coffee. Oh, yeah, this is for the diet. Get on a diet. Yeah, I'm going to show you a diet. Right here. Here's a diet, baby. Krispy Kreme. Mmm. 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 My daughter got that 12-pack from the Krispy Kreme up the road. Another city. Another city. No city. About 30 miles. You know I ain't going to pass that up. Now, the truth is, within an hour, I'm going to feel pumped. Go figure. Okay, so we got to it. But Greg, I'm sorry. If you come back, they're going to be fighting each other till they'll be out there. They'll be fighting each other in wheelchairs, for God's sake. And McGregor shouldn't have brought his wife into it, but he's the bad guy at WWF. You know what I'm talking about? He's the bad guy, you know. He made UFC a lot of money. He made himself a lot of money. It's time to hang up your guns, son. No more high noon. You know? Yeah. Yeah, that goes for all of us, okay? Alright. Lift hard and health, fellas. I'll be back. Take care. Bye-bye.